Today we're talking about chakras. What are chakras? Stick around and let's get into it. Hello, my friends. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Have you been keeping your vibes up? Have you been working on raising those vibes, getting them as high as you can? You need to. Keep going. What about your self-care? How are you doing with that? I think I need to make a video soon just checking in with you guys on self-care and intentional living and raising your vibes. It's been a little while since we chatted about that stuff. If this is your first time here, welcome. This is the Wholeness Shift. My name is Veronica, and I help people to expand their consciousness and find their joy, and I teach you how to live intentionally so that little by little you can create the life of your dreams. I'm glad you're here. If any of this sounds good to you, hit the subscribe button below because you're not going to want to miss any of this. So chakras. If you missed the first video that I did about chakras, like Chakra 101 type of thing, I will link to that in the description below. When you're done here, go check that out because that'll give you just a little overview. But basically, in a nutshell, what a chakra is what is a chakra? What a chakra is, in a nutshell, a chakra is an energy center. Everything is energy, and the way we communicate with the world and the universe around us, and the way the universe and God and everybody around us communicates with us, is that there is an energy exchange. And in relation to the human body, there are 7 main energy centers around our body, where certain types of energy enter and leave that subtle body. Each chakra is associated with a certain color, a certain vibrational frequency, a certain sound, certain sets of emotions and issues, as well as it's in charge of that area of the body and the related systems in that area. When you're living out of alignment or kind of out of tune with the divine, or you've been through some traumas, or there's some issues, you have baggage, all of these things throw your chakras out of whack, out of balance. They kind of get clogged up, and you kind of need to roto-rooter them. So today, I just want to do a very quick video. I'm going to move through them fairly quickly. And if you would like more information on anything or on a specific one, please let me know, and I would be happy to do that for you. But this is just going to be a very quick overview. Okay, here we go. Chakra number 1 is your root chakra. Your root chakra is associated with the color red, and it is located right around your tailbone or the base of your spine. The sound associated with your chakra that you can chant if you choose to do so is Lam, L-A-M. It's the most primal of the chakras, and it deals with issues around safety, security, shelter, survival, and the grounding of your energy. If you had any issues in childhood or any traumas ever, you're going to have issues with your root chakra, because anything that involves trust, security, safety, any of those kind of things, that's your root chakra. This is also why most little kids' favorite color is red, because they're learning how to establish trust and to feel safe in this world. So what happens when your root chakra is out of whack? Well, first and foremost, you're most likely going to be a pretty cynical person, jaded, issues with trust, commitment. You're likely to be kind of negative, controlling, judgmental. You might end up being a little greedy, a little paranoid. Perhaps you have issues in relationships. You don't want to commit, or you are afraid to get married, or you're afraid to have children, or you're leery around strangers. You just have issues related to trust, security, commitment, being vulnerable. So what physical issues can you notice if your root chakra needs some work? Well, you're probably going to notice issues with your bowels, maybe constipation or other bowel-related issues. You may notice some poor circulation, poor immune system. You might have issues with your prostate if you're a male. Hemorrhoids, either male or female. So how do you work on your root chakra? Well, just like with all of these chakras, you can meditate on them. That's my suggested way. I will link to my favorite meditation videos down below. As usual, I'm not affiliated with them. I just like them, and they've done a lot of good for me. So maybe they will help you. For your root chakra, you can wear the color red. You may notice that you already wear a lot of red. It might be your favorite color. Typically, whatever your color you're drawn to currently, you might have your house decorated in it. You might wear it a lot in your wardrobe. That's usually a sign of where you need to do some work or what you're working on currently. Another way that you can work on your root chakra is to ground yourself. Do anything that will ground you, like go outside and stand barefoot in the grass. Take a lot of baths. You might notice that you're drawn to baths or showers or swimming, things like that. If you garden, getting your hands in the soil. Go lean against a tree and read a book. Any of these things will help you work on your root chakra. Chakra number 2, the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is located right above your pubic bone, kind of where a woman's uterus would be. The sacral chakra is associated with the color orange, and it is associated with the sound BAM, B-A-M. Your sacral chakra deals with your emotional body. It deals with emotions and any of these things that we would consider feminine energy, nurturing, creativity, sexuality, fertility, emotions, relationships, or any of those types of things. So if this chakra is out of whack, you're going to notice that you are pretty much ruled by your emotions. Whether that means you are just an emotional mess right now, or whether that means you're just out of touch with your emotions and completely disconnected from them. You may have issues with sexuality and intimacy, whether that's hypersexual or hypo. This chakra also deals with how flexible you are, I think pretty much physically or emotionally. You might find yourself being very rigid and inflexible when it comes to life circumstances. You're also very likely to be either dependent or codependent. Physically, you may end up having issues with fertility, reproductive issues, genital issues, like a lot of yeast infections, a lot of UTIs, fibroids, issues with that area. To work on the sacral chakra, you need to either meditate on it. You can wear the color orange or focus on the color orange. Envision yourself swimming in a big pool of orange juice. Chakra number 3, solar plexus. Your solar plexus chakra is located right in the center of your belly. The color is yellow and the sound is RAM, R-A-M. This chakra is associated with issues related to your personal power and to asserting yourself. It's also about taking responsibility for your own stuff and for control of your own life. If you're having issues with those kinds of things, your favorite color of the moment might be yellow. This chakra deals with your personal identity and your self-esteem and your personal power, knowing that you're capable, knowing that you're able to do something, and then your self-discipline and decision-making and trusting your own judgment, all of those personal power issues. When there are issues with this chakra, physically you may notice issues with your stomach, your digestion, reflux, gallbladder, pancreas, liver, your central nervous system. You may also face a lot of issues with addiction. This chakra feeds your direction in life and your ability to reach your goals. And as with the other ones, you can either meditate on this chakra or surround yourself with yellow, focus on yellow, look up and find some crystals for this particular chakra. Chakra number 4 is your heart chakra, and it is located right here over your heart. Some people say it's located right in the center of your chest, but clairsentiently, that's a hard word for me to say, empathically or clairsentiently, I can feel that energy directly over my heart area. So for some people, they may feel it midline. I feel it to the left. The heart chakra is for exactly what you would think it's for. The heart chakra deals with love, compassion. Your heart chakra helps you to see that we're all one and to have compassion for each other and to see beauty in everything. Your heart chakra is where it's at. It enables us to see the world through a framework of love. Have you ever been in awe of the beauty in nature or anything? You're just like, my God, that's so beautiful. You have an appreciation for the beauty you see in things because you're seeing it through a framework of love. And that's your heart chakra. The color associated with the heart chakra is green, kind of like an emerald green. The sound associated with your heart chakra is yam, Y-A-M. With the heart chakra, you're going to deal with issues of love for oneself, for others, compassion, empathy, forgiveness, judgment, acceptance, grief, and moving through the grief process properly. When it's blocked, your hateful ass is going to be cranky, judgmental, critical, lacking in compassion, lacking in empathy. You're going to have difficulty relating to others, connecting to others. You're just not going to care about other people. You might find yourself being really jealous and closed down or withdrawn. Physically, it's related to the heart, obviously. So it's related to your cardiac system and the lungs. Because of this, if your heart chakra needs attention, you'll probably have issues with allergies and asthma. It's also a component that deals with your immune system and your hormones. When I first started meditating, my guides had me start with my heart chakra, and they had me meditate on my heart chakra every single day for probably 2 years, maybe a year and a half. It was a long time. Like, I wanted to move on. I wanted some cool third eye action going on or something, and every day when I'd say which chakra would be most beneficial for me to meditate on, it was green or heart chakra every time. And I'm like, Merp. But there was a reason for this, and this helped to open my heart, because really when it comes to spiritual awakening or it comes to any kind of spiritual growth, your heart chakra is where it's at. The other ones might need work, yes, they need addressed. However, every single thing we do needs to come from a framework of love. Everything. Because love is all there is. There are only two places you can come from, love or fear. And fear really is just the absence of love. Because if you feel love and you are operating out of love, you have no fear. Perfect love casts out fear. Chakra number 5 is your throat chakra. Your throat chakra is located right over your Adam's apple area, right in the center of your throat. And it's associated with the color blue, like blueberries. And the sound associated with your throat chakra is ham, H-A-M. This chakra deals with speaking your truth. Is it kind? Is it true? Is it necessary? It's all about expression and communication. Not just speaking your truth in relation to another person, but expressing your ideas and your creativity clearly. It deals with getting like creative messages and inspiration and voicing that and sharing what you've been given to say, but doing it in a way that honors not only yourself, but everyone else and the divine. Physically, this chakra is related to the mouth, the jaw, the throat, the tongue, and the palate. It's also linked to the shoulders and the neck. The gland associated with the 5th chakra is your thyroid. So if your thyroid is out of whack, do some throat chakra work and see what happens. So temperature, growth, and in a large part metabolism are associated with this chakra. The throat chakra is the last chakra in what's called the lower body. It deals with physical stuff, the physical body. Your throat chakra is kind of a gateway because it connects your body to your head, to your higher chakras. Your lower chakras deal more with the physical stuff and about the body. Your higher chakras deal more with the divine. So if your throat chakra is out of whack, it can throw everything out of whack because there's a whole bottlenecking of energy that occurs. You know, it all gets clogged here and stuck here. When my throat chakra is out of whack, not only does my voice become out of whack, it becomes hoarse and gravelly. But when mine's out of whack, I also get headaches. I'll tend to get a headache really here in the front of my head a lot, like a tension headache, or is what it feels like or something. But that energy is just getting all caught in my head instead of being able to flow down easily like it's supposed to and ground into the earth. So as soon as I start doing some chakra work or I start meditating on this area and I work on getting my energy grounded, that headache goes away. If this chakra is out of whack, you'll notice things like feeling like you don't have a voice, figuratively, I mean, not speaking your mind or speaking your mind way too much, just being a loud mouth that just being inappropriate, you know, not being a good listener, or the opposite of those things would be being too mousy. So if you're having issues with this, meditate on this chakra, because after my heart chakra was done, they had me then move to my throat chakra for at least a year, every single day for at least a year, maybe more than that. And still, most of the time, that's the one they tell me to focus on, because honestly, if we're being honest, that's the one I have trouble with the most. I can get a little feisty sometimes. So yeah, my throat chakra tends to get a little dinged up sometimes. So I would say more times than not, I'm going to be ending up focusing on my throat chakra. Wear the color blue. Wear a lot of blue. The sixth chakra is your third eye. People are either fascinated with this one and can't wait to dive into it, get excited about it, or they're terrified of it. They're like, I don't know, my third eye, that shit's scary. So it just depends what perspective you have when you're thinking about it. But your third eye is located right here in the center of your forehead. It's associated with your pineal gland, which is a little gland right smack in the center of your brain. So what happens if your third eye is blocked? Well, if your third eye is blocked, you may notice that you have no vision for the future. You have a lot of difficulty following your gut or your instincts. You might feel like you have absolutely no connection to spirit or to the divine, or have a rejection of everything regarding that. You might also notice nightmares, bipolar disorder, vision problems, migraines, sleep disorders, neurologic things. So, same advice, meditate on your third eye, use crystals associated with your third eye, or wear deep purples, indigos. The last major chakra is your crown chakra, and that is right up here, right on your crown. The color associated with your crown chakra is sometimes portrayed as white and sometimes portrayed as like a pale lavender color. And the sound for this chakra is also Om. Your crown chakra is your connection to the divine. This is your connection to God. And I know that when I'm talking to God, when I'm praying, or when I'm talking directly to God, that's exactly where I feel it. My crown chakra lights up. It's a mixture between my crown and my third eye, but it just glows with energy. This is where divine energy flows straight in and straight out. This is what gives us access to what's beyond our mere mortal world. It's responsible for consciousness and for transcendence and ascension and bliss. When this chakra is open, you're going to realize a loving connection to all that is, and you're going to feel so loved and so connected to Source, to God, to light, to the divine, whatever name you choose to put to all that is, where we come from, the creator of all. The crown chakra is primarily associated with the pituitary gland, but it can also secondarily be associated with the pineal gland that we talked about earlier in relation to your third eye, and your hypothalamus. If your crown chakra is out of balance, you're going to feel depression. You're going to probably have issues with your endocrine and hormone system. If your crown chakra is out of balance, you're going to feel things like loneliness. You'll probably have issues with fear and anxiety, the opposite of love. You're going to be cut off from the divine, cut off from all that is larger than us and divine and holy and loving. You'll probably feel alone a lot, hopelessness. So to work on your crown chakra, same thing. Meditate on it. Use crystals that can activate it. Wear a lot of white or lavender. And pray. Talk to God. Do a lot of praying. So I hope this helps you, and I hope this answered some questions about chakras for you. If you have any questions, let me know. Hit the like button below if you enjoyed this video or you appreciate the information that I shared with you, and go find some joy and find ways to raise your vibes. Get them high. I'll talk to you soon.